Hey, what's up everybody? My name is Bareface. Today I'm doing something that's a little different than my usual content, but I feel like it could be very helpful to a lot of people in the airsoft community. Today we're going to talk about some tips and tricks that could take you from someone who's getting maybe 5-10 kills per game to someone who's consistently dropping 25 to 50 kills per game and dominating at their local airsoft field. Now I know a lot of you have been asking about the gear I use, so first we'll cover some of that, and then we're going to review some gameplay footage showing some of the different scenarios that you may come across on the field and how I handle them. Now before we get into all that, I just want to take a second to thank you guys for all the support. I've been making airsoft content for about a year now, maybe even a little bit longer than a year, and you guys have shown nothing but love. Without that, I wouldn't even be making this video that you guys are watching right now. So I just want you guys to know how awesome you are, that I love you guys, and thank you so much for making all this possible. Now if you guys are as passionate about airsoft as I am and you're looking up your game, then you're in the right place. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button, comment on the video, let me know what you like, what you don't like about it. Your feedback is everything because, you know, without you guys, my channel means nothing. It's literally all about you guys. Hit that bell, make sure you're staying updated with all the latest content that I'm dropping. There's a lot of good stuff, you know, from myself as well as the Syndicate. I'll post a link to that channel below as well. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Let's get into it. Alright, so let's talk about gear. We'll start with the gun. I'm sure that's what most of you guys are here for. So here we have a Krytac CRB. I put a Polarstar F2 in it for my HPA engine. There's tons of videos out there on HPA if you don't know much about it. I won't spend too much time on it, but I would say I totally recommend it. I used to run AG, and you know, there's just a lot of places for error. There's a lot of places where things can break, you know, with all the gears and shims and small parts. I have, in the past, I have bought my ticket to go and play at an indoor field and basically paid them to sit there and tech on my gun the entire game, or I'm sorry, the entire day. So, you know, all my buddies were talking me into going HPA. I finally did it, and I haven't looked back since. As for the hop up, I have a max hop up. I can't remember what bucking I'm running. It's a purple bucking. I have an Angel Custom 6.01 millimeter barrel. Very tight groupings with this thing. I really love this. Compared to my HiCapa or my G&G Firehawk, which is a very small gun. I may do another video on those soon. I was very, very happy putting this gun back on the field. I'm doing a mil-sim loadout, and this is part of my mil-sim loadout, so when I do mil-sims this year, this will be the gun that I'll be using. But yeah, very happy with that. Max trigger, this is a speed trigger. I don't have it, you know, to where you tap on the side and it shoots. You know, I like my trigger to be a little bit more realistic than that. I can still pull the trigger pretty fast, but yeah, I don't like when I can't control if it's going to shoot or not. My stock, this actually came off of a G&G Firehawk that I swapped this out and put a stubby on that gun. And I put this on this gun. I really like the way it looks. I think it looks pretty cool. For the sights, this is actually just a Vulcan sight. I bought this from my local field, MK Airsoft, Northeast Ohio. Really cool place, of course. We're not sponsored by those guys, but it's my home field. It's my favorite field. I go there every weekend. Now this sight here, like I said, cheapy, 50-60 bucks, but it does the trick. A lot of guys don't even run sights. To those guys, I don't know what you guys are doing out there, but I run my sight. I actually have my red dot sighted in to where, you know, anywhere from 20 to 40 yards, maybe not yards, I'm sorry, 20, 40 feet or so. I'm hitting you right where my dot is. You know, wherever my dot is where my BB's hitting, and that's very useful, you know. To those guys running those sights, you know, you have to pull the trigger a couple times to even see where your BB's going. I can put my dot on an angle and wait for you to peek your head and pull the trigger, and my BB's gonna hit you. You know, I don't need 2 or 3 BBs. So I would highly recommend running a sight and actually zeroing that thing in and getting it as accurate as you can. While we're talking about sights, let's talk about sight protection. Make sure you get a lens protector. I don't know, 10, 20 bucks, if that, 15 bucks, I don't know, I can't even remember, but I know it saved me from buying a $50, $60 sight multiple times, probably 50, 60 times. I have no idea how many times, but definitely a no-brainer. Buy the sight protector. I know it's kind of ugly, it doesn't look as good, you know, without as it does without it, but it's worth it. Heck box, don't know what brand this is, don't remember where I even bought this thing from, but it does the trick. So basically, you know, if I flash you with that, if I come around the corner and hit you with that, a lot of times what I get out of people's reaction is, and by then I already shot you 2-3 times. Very useful on the field. You know, it doesn't need to be 1200 lumen like my HiCapa light is, but you know, get yourself some sort of light to run on your gun. This also doubles as a laser. I don't really use the laser very often. Like I said, my red dot is sighted in very well, and the laser, I feel like, in my opinion, it gives away your position. You know, a lot of times I'll be holding down an objective or something, and I'll see a laser come in the room that I'm in, and right off the bat I know where someone's coming from, what door they're going to try to come through. I think lasers, I mean, there's probably a use for them, but I don't really use it myself personally. For the tracer, I'm running an EMG tracer. This actually has an integrated Ace-Tech tracer inside it, but the EMG, they just built like the shell. I think it looks really cool. Thing's pretty solid. I like the way it looks. That's about it for the rifle. For the sidearm, now this could be my primary, you know, in some games. Now I use a leg holster here. Does the trick. Again, cheapy, it's not a Kydex holster or anything cool like that, but it does the trick. It fits my flashlight, that's the main thing. Tokyo Marui 4.3. I love the 4.3 over the 5.1. I just think it looks so cool, you know, fits my hand very well. Didn't do much to this actually, guys. A lot of guys, they'll build a pistol, you know, a HiCapa, and they'll just put all brand new parts on it. More power to those guys, you know. You guys are balling out, you guys are awesome, you know. But what I would recommend is get yourself a pistol and replace the parts as they break. I did some exterior upgrades to make it look cool. Slide, barrel, trigger, hardware, of course the flashlight. The only internal upgrade I really did, I short stroked it, and then you know, replaced a couple springs and whatnot, and I replaced the blowback unit. Other than that, I haven't done anything to this thing, guys, and it shoots phenomenally. You know, the groupings could probably get a little tighter, definitely nowhere near my rifle, but I enjoy this thing. Now this does have the 1200 lumen light on it with the strobe. I really do enjoy seeing the faces on people when I hit them with that. But for now I'm just running it green gas because this is going to be my sidearm when we do some milsims this year. But yeah, I really love this gun. Very cool HiCapa. So I guess we'll talk about some of the gear now. For the chest rig, I'm running an Ace-Tech chest rig. Shout out to my sponsors, HK Army. I hope you guys don't crucify me for rocking another chest rig. I am still running your guys' backpack on here, but I just wanted something with the multi-cam on it for the milsims, so I thought this thing looked pretty cool. Nothing against Ace-Tech, you know, but the HK Army chest rig, the quality of it, so much better. I actually kind of Frankenstein this thing together, as you can see. So this is from the HK Army rig, and this is the Ace-Tech rig, plastic, you know, that stuff gets shot out. Luckily I have extras for if they do get shot out. But yeah, that's the difference. I do love it though, don't get me wrong, it is comfortable. I have it rigged on to this backpack. Inside the backpack I am running my Ninja carbon fiber tank. It's lightweight, it's a 4500, so I'm not constantly filling it up with air. Most indoor fields offer free or paid fill-ups. You can run a smaller tank on an indoor field and just get a better use of your fill-ups. EPM 1 mags. So these are the mags I'm running. They're mid caps. I would highly recommend running mid caps. They don't need to be the EPM ones. These things are a little pricey. I highly recommend these. They're very good mags. But mainly, you don't want the high cap because you don't hear you know, you don't hear me when I'm getting close to you. With a HiCapa mag, those things are rattling. You know, a lot of times I'll hear someone coming up on me with a HiCapa mag, and I got my gun trained on the doorway before they even walk in. So definitely a big thing when it comes to being quiet and stealthy. For my grenade, I've ran a lot of them. I ran the Bang 22s. I have run the Quakes, and of course the EGs, the disposables. Those are awesome. Nothing against the Quakes. The Quakes are awesome. But this what I'm running is a Novritsch grenade. I believe it's called the Echo. Forgive me if I get the name wrong. But very cool. It's actually green gas. So you actually fill this thing up here, right there on the top with green gas, put the pin in, and it actually takes blast caps. So I'll show you what those look like. And this is the packaging that it came in. The blast caps are just these here. One of the coolest things I thought about this grenade is you can actually put BBs in here, put your blast cap on, and then this is an impact grenade, so as soon as you throw it on the ground, it'll also shoot BBs. I thought that was really cool. $65, can't beat it. I mean, Novritsch, 2-day shipping, at least to here in Ohio. I think their facilities are in PA, so it might take a little longer if you're, you know, West Coast or something like that. But yeah, I thought it was a great buy. Haven't had any issues with this thing at all. That's about it. You know, patches. We'll talk about some sponsors. You know, we already said HK Army. They're awesome. High quality stuff there. Patches were sponsored by Kashgul Wears. I'll post a link in the description to those guys as well. Yellowjacket Airsoft. They do custom HiCapas and stuff like that. And then a field that we actually are sponsored by that I have actually never been to, SS Airsoft down in Georgia. They're awesome. Awesome pro shop. They do custom HiCapas as well. They do custom build rifles. They ship stuff out. They're awesome. You know, I definitely recommend going and taking a look at those guys. I'll post a link to those guys in the description as well. That's about it, guys. You know, as far as the actual clothing, mechanics gloves. Actually just found this army green windbreaker on Amazon. Thought it was pretty cool. Thought it really matches the fit. Can't see the pants, but army green pants, tactical pants. They got zippers and pockets everywhere. They fit me really nice. Again, Amazon. No issues with those. One thing we didn't really cover too much that I just realized is my mask. So as you see in the background here, this is my signature mask, and it's not mine. I didn't make it. You can actually buy them on e-bike, but it kind of became my signature. That's actually what I named myself after. That's where the Bareface name comes from. I thought it matches really well. I did a custom sticker job on this. Some of it's starting to peel up. This is my oldest mask. And then I just did this with Posca markers. But a lot of people on the field, I get a lot of compliments on this mask. They think it's awesome. Now with this mask, of course, you notice right there, no eye pro to them. So I run I think these are Vulcan goggles. But yeah, I just run some goggles on top of them. Never have any issues. The main thing when you're considering a mask is just make sure you don't fog up. So I got lucky with this mask. I tried this mask and I never have ever had any fogging issues with this thing. I think they're awesome. I would recommend them, but don't be jocking my style now. This is me. This is the newer mask that I made. Posca markers. I didn't do the sticker job on this one, but I thought it looked really cool. Came out really well. Same thing, just put the goggles on it. The majority of airsofters are running dye masks, push masks, or virtue masks. I actually have a virtue mask right here. They're all, I'm not going to say they're all the same, but they kind of are. They all look the same to me. You put these masks on and you walk on the field and I can't tell who you are. You know, when I put my mask on, everybody knows who I am. So I really like that. But the main thing with the mask is just make sure that you get something that's breathable, that's not going to fog up on you. That will really hurt your airsoft experience if every 10, 15, 20 minutes you have to walk off the field and, you know, clear your mask off. That's not a good time, guys. Make sure you invest the money in a good high quality mask and goggles. Of course, safety first. You don't want to lose an eyeball. I think that's about it, guys. We covered pretty much everything. Let's get into some of the gameplay, and we'll talk about some of the strategies and techniques I use. Alright, so this game mode is called Cemetery Wind. The attacking team's objective is to get 2 crates. There's a red crate and a green crate. They start off in the kill house. They are to get those 2 crates from the kill house into the cemetery. Our job as the defending team is to stop that from happening. So right now I have a good angle on the objective, so I'm just going to hold my position as long as possible until they take me out. You know, my objective is just defend the cemetery from the attacking team getting those crates in there, so that's all I'm doing. You know, I'm not going above and beyond, just rushing around trying to get kills. You know, I'm playing the objective. Now notice when this guy pokes his head out and starts shooting back at me, I'm not going to flinch and rush for cover. I'm going to hold my angle and keep putting shots out there until I get them. A lot of people panic when they start getting shot at. Make sure you don't panic. Make sure you stay calm, hold your angle. The only thing you can do is keep putting accurate shots out there. If you just flinch and take cover, then he's going to take that angle and then you're at a disadvantage because he's holding that angle and waiting for you to peek rather than you holding your angle and waiting on him to peek. Now right there I should have led that guy off a little bit better. Instead of tracing him and following them, I should have just put a couple shots ahead of him and put a line of BBs so that he had to run there. Now right now I'm just laying down some suppressive fire. I don't want the enemy to feel comfortable enough to try to grab that objective and run it into the cemetery. Always communicate with your team. You know, you may not know where everyone's at on the field, but just shout out what you're seeing, and you know, someone might be right up there able to do something with that information.
Reload. Cover me. Aquarium! Aquarium! Aquarium!
Again, just relaying information to my team. I may not be able to get that dude from the angle I have, but somebody else may be rushing up to that area, and it's good that he knows that somebody's there. Now as you'll see here, I'm about to kind of flank around. A lot of people don't get a lot of kills because they're afraid to leave their spawn. You're going to get killed whether you stay in spawn the whole game or you flank around, so you might as well just get out there and see what you can do. Now don't always shoot the first person you see. Take a look, see what's around you. As of right now, you see I have 2 threats. I'm going to prioritize them. I'm going to take out the guy who's looking at me first, and then I'm going to take out the guy who doesn't even know that I'm there.
Good trade.
So at my field, if one of the teams is more overpowered than the other, they'll take one of the more experienced players and switch them to the other team to try to balance it out and make the experience more enjoyable for everybody.
Orange window! Oh!
Right to jail, right away.
Sometimes, as you can see, you'll have to make some hop-up adjustments on the field to hit a target from range, so don't be afraid to do that.
Excuse me, I'm trying to shoot somebody.
Can you get the hell out of my way, please?
I shouldn't have to say this one, but always clear your corners, guys. So many people rush through doorways without looking both ways, and I get a lot of kills that way, so don't be one of those guys.
Nice shot, you got me, dead man. Dead man, dead man.
Now this one is important. Make sure when you're coming around corners that your barrel is not exposed before you are. You don't want someone to know that you're coming before you come around the corner.
Dead man, dead man. I'll be back for you.
I'll be back.
Now this part of the video isn't exactly an example of this, but just another general rule of thumb that I see a lot of rookie players make this mistake is anytime you're moving, keep your gun up and aimed and at ready. I see a lot of guys that, I'll hit a corner and they'll just be standing there with their gun down, barrel pointed towards the ground, and they have no chance in winning that gunfight. So keep your gun up.
Good try, dead man.
There will be people on the field that are not calling hits. Don't rage out on them. It's not worth it. I used to do it all the time. Just go back to spawn, come back and get them next time. This one goes right along with communication. If you're walking up behind someone and he can't see you, let him know that you're friendly so he doesn't turn around and shoot you. Here's a good example of someone letting their barrel come through the doorway before they are. And you see I was able to see them shoot him in the hand. Now I just heard the ref call out the situation. I know that both of our crates are in the cemetery, so I'm just going to hold this angle and do what I can from where I'm at and call out to my teammates, as you can see, and just rely on my angle and my communication to help hold the perimeter.
Dumb ways to die.
You alright? Thank you.
Now, of course, my GoPro dies right at the end. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys learned something, drop a comment, let us know. Like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more content. Thanks for watching.